Yo. I feel like it's always nice to toss out 3 yos because then it's actually like meaningful. But anyway, Studio Stories back here. Happy Friday. You made it another week and we are back on the mic. So again, consistency is key. Today's going to be another riffer. We'll talk about a little bit about crypto since it's been kind of a big week, but trying to chill out and wind down and get hard into the zombies. So how we doing, my guy?
I love a good Friday podcast. It's one of my favorite ones now.
I know. The last one, we got some good feedback on. The last Friday one. Speaking of the last one, though, the airdrop episode went nuts and is still going nuts. So I hope people got some good value out of there. Again, I think like the people who are super degen and in the scene are probably like, yo, bro, I didn't learn anything new. But I do think like, again, I know you and I talked about it, but shared it to a couple of friends who like maybe aren't that deep in the space and they worshipped it.
Oh, they were blown away by it. They actually didn't understand how some of this stuff worked. They're saying, so you're telling me I can do this and money will just kind of show up in this wallet someday.
Yeah. Like, it's a beautiful thing.
That's how it works.
So again, appreciate everyone for the support. The feedback is epic. We're starting to get the YouTube back up. We're getting some new clips out there. You might see it on the Twitter today, some new formatting. So like definitely trying to up our game here as long as we're staying consistent and all that stuff. So it's just, it's a positive flywheel we got going here.
And it's kind of been a lot of fun too. A lot of new tools are always fun to play with.
100%. I mean, so Ansem put out that tweet the other day about crypto podcasts. 1, I had no idea there were so many, but 2, I felt like ours is kind of like, I don't know how to say this, but one of the bigger ones, if you will.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think we're in a better niche too, per se. A lot of those kind of felt like they were in the security realm or more of the technical side of the crypto ecosystem, whereas we feel like we're more in the middle of everything, but also at the same time hitting all the big plays, finding all the things that you want to find. So if you're looking for a 1 week summary of what's happened, I feel like it's here. This is a spot for that.
Yeah, I feel like we cover the left side, the left curve and the right curve pretty well. And like the security and the validators and all that type of stuff is pretty mid curve, to be honest, because I mean, at the end of the day, like, who cares? Number up, right?
Yeah, I mean, even no, you're right. Being on that technical side, no one cares. Like,
it's cool. It's cool if you're into it, but at the end of the day, like, what does it do for you?
Yeah, nothing. I mean, the amount of times someone's asked me, "Hey, what do you do for work?" and I explain, I write code, I build products, I build software, and they kind of just glaze over, and I can already tell they're done listening because they don't really care. It's 9 times out of 10.
Bingo.
So I really think just being where we're at, left curve, right curve, avoiding all the technicals is the move.
Yeah. And if we need technical stuff, I feel like you got that handled, especially like in the earlier days of the pod. We dove in there a little bit.
Only when it was necessary, though.
Yeah. Big week, though. I mean, had the ETF drop. Kind of nailed that. A little bit of a sell the news situation. Looks like ETH might have bottomed versus Bitcoin.
Yeah, dude, it just seemed too obvious, right? When everyone's on one side of the trade saying, here's the gold ETF, here's what it looked like after the ETF was approved, we're going straight up. How is that feasible that everyone's correct? That gold ETF timeline people were overlaying was over how many years?
Yeah.
This isn't a run it back 100x timeline. This is going to be a long, slow grind up.
Yeah. And we'll take that. I mean, again, institutions now have direct access to Bitcoin in a way that they can via their bylaws and whatnot. So you're not going to see them just ape all at once. Like, that's not how these things work. And to be honest, a lot of times these TradFi products are pretty PvP. So I think like it bodes well for ETH to send, and then that trickle down to alts. I mean, again, I think Bitcoin's going much higher in the long term, but it's chill. We
how do you think,
the time horizon.
Exactly. And how do you think people are doing today with, let's say you're a TradFi trader, you're putting a lot of cash into this Bitcoin ETF, and you woke up today to a negative, what is this? 10%?
I saw
in the last 12 hours.
Yeah, I saw. Okay, so you put 10,000 in to the new Bitcoin ETF on day one. It's now worth 8,000.
Nice.
Welcome to the arena, boys.
Yeah. This is
a day in the life for us, baby. This is a walk in the park, but
really
you know, it's funny because you can't let it go too far down. Like say that 10K now becomes 5K. That is a terrible look. So I feel like there is probably like a new floor maybe. Like I think it could revisit 30Ks or something like that, but I don't think it's like, okay, shit, 12K Kappa was right type deal.
No, I don't think we go that low. There's no way.
It would be like, okay, you invested 10K on day one, now it's worth 1. And that would just be the worst look ever. Gary would be running laps. He approved the worst thing on the planet.
God.
He'd be saying, I told you so.
Writing new threads on Twitter.
Exactly. But
would hate to be that guy, though, that woke up and said, hey, guys, this is our move today. The firm needs to invest in this. We should do this. And then come to work this morning and say, guys, I know what you're thinking, but we're going to turn it around. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're going to triple down here. That's how you got to play it, right?
You really do, yeah.
Long time frames. I mean, you got Kathy Wood out here calling for, God bless her, but 700K, 1.5 million Bitcoin by 2030. It's like, okay, I'm here for it.
I don't follow Kathy Wood often. I actually think a lot of what she says has been wrong historically, but I'm here for that. I would love for that one to be right.
I always am down for a disgustingly euphoric bull.
Oh, dude. What do you think if, let's just think about this. If Bitcoin's at 1.5 million, what do you think Ethereum's at?
Oh, man. Probably in like the 20 to 50K range.
What do you think meme coins are pumping to?
Now that is the best question because the trickle down is real.
Right. And right now, we have a meme coin. Let's say it sends, we're talking like a 50K market cap to like 4 million. That's like the average meme coin. What's the average meme coin with a $1.5 million Bitcoin?
Okay, so this wasn't your question, but you're probably going to see an NFT sale for like 10 to 20 mil. But as far as meme coins go, I mean, what, Doge hit 50 bill or 100 bill last cycle? I mean, imagine a 1 trillion market cap meme coin.
Was it that high? Was it 50 billion?
Oh, it absolutely gigamooned. Like, should have known, looking at that, being like, okay, come on. But that's the thing. You never know how high it's going to go. You could have said that at 5 billion for Doge, and then you missed another 10x, right? So it's like,
I mean, in all reality, who's buying a meme coin at a $5 billion market cap? Back then, very few people.
Yeah. The people that are doing that are basically like just downloading Coinbase when it's #1 trending on the App Store.
I heard that's the new top signal.
Yeah, everyone's got to be watching that. There's now like trackers out there showing where it's ranked. I think we're around like 290 or something.
That's what I saw last night.
We still got room to run. Plenty.
Should we give updates on that as we get closer?
I think it could be something that we track maybe on the Friday vibes. Studio Stories, I mean.
Studio Stories?
We're trying to nail the name. I think Studio Stories is it, though.
I do, too.
Okay, question for you.
Okay.
How do you shorten, or what do you call a podcast when you want to short form it? Just quick to another, like, homie or something.
Like a pod. Like I'm listening to a pod right now.
A pod is the correct answer. That's the only correct answer. Now, what if someone goes, "Hey, did you listen to that Poddy?"
I think someone is flushing toilets and they're like, "Did you listen to that? You hear that thing flush?"
I might swing on site.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. I'm saying
straight bow to the chin. Like, what did you just say?
Mental, what the hell?
I mean, someone who calls it a potty is a walking knockout, basically, in my head.
Don't understand it. It makes you question their naming convention for everything else.
It really does. And do we want to talk about why we're even saying this?
We could just have purpleize of like maybe like they call it dinner, like din or lunch, like lunch. Gonna go out for brekkie today?
Someone very close to the Trending Down family has basically renamed all of our software to TD Poddy. And it's locked in. Can't change it. So
Can't
I'll
change
let
it,
you a little process of elimination there. Figure out who it is, but please do not have that at all catch on.
No, that needs to not be a thing.
No, I can't deal with it.
No, I was saying it all last night. Could not stop saying it though.
Wow, so it is a little trendy.
It was just more so funny to keep saying it. So we're gonna move on from that. We're gonna move on from that one.
Yeah. When are we gonna invite people to play zombies? Because we've had a lot of people being like, "I'm trying to get in there."
I think I need to work on my ability to stay off the ground before we do that. True. Last zombies game, man. I think it was like 50% screaming, and then another 50% saying "get in the car," and it was all towards me.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So these new clips that we're putting out basically have like gameplay montage in the background. I feel like that's so that what is that really for? Is it so like the eyes are like not bored when they're like hearing the clip or like reading the captions?
Yeah, I think it's like a mental hook.
Okay.
To just keep you engaged.
I'm saying we need to record our sessions and then just have a montage of me playing Hero Ball and reviving you 10 times in a round.
We could get that. We could get at least 2 clips every zombies round. And the clips are a minute long. That's 2 minutes of montage of you just picking me up.
Yeah, the people deserve that.
I don't know how you do it sometimes either.
Most people might never understand, to be honest. He's just a goat.
No, last time I was like, dude, just let me go. It's not worth it. Save yourself. I'm already on my phone. I'm sending text messages. I'm back on Twitter. And you're like, get in the car. It's time to go. What do you mean get in the car, dude? I'm dead.
Yeah. Crawl to the car and then I'm getting you up and we're out of here.
Incredible. Honestly, one of the most fun arcs we've been on lately is this podcast into zombies.
I know. And I feel like it's going to roll into like GTA 6, but the incentive structure, again, we've talked about it, but the incentive structure of recording into being able to play is just, we're going to infinity as far as episode counts go. I mean, we're at 33 or 34. I mean, we're going to get 350 something this
easily. Because that's the only time we play video games is right after this.
It's an incentive thing.
It's truly the treat at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. And farming airdrops and all that stuff, of course. But like,
well, yeah,
imagine if there was an airdrop for zombies.
We could do that.
Could we?
Oh, we certainly could. Yeah.
Make an on-chain zombies game?
Oh, I wouldn't say the game's on-chain. You don't want games to be on-chain all the time. You want games to be off-chain using some sort of like server to do the on-chain point.
Exactly.
But you could absolutely do that. Make it super fun.
I want airdrops for everything in life at this point.
I really do too. I mean, you know what? We need an airdrop for tipping.
That would be, it's almost like a karma drop.
Yeah, like imagine if, who is it, Square or Stripe does all the payment provider. If they were like, hey, we're coming to the blockchain and we're giving an airdrop to everybody based on the amount of tips you have paid to people as you've checked out through our software.
That would be so ideal. It's funny you say that because remember when Coinbase was going IPO? Before they went IPO, everyone's like, they're going to airdrop all their users a share of stock.
People thought that? How did I miss that?
100%.
No.
Or that there was going to be like a token on IPO day as well, and that was going to, or that shareholders were going to get a token airdrop to them.
Dude, sometimes
I
really wonder.
The narratives that we can come up with are this. There's no better space at creating narratives.
Oh, that is damn true. And you and I both know from being on that side of the world there's no way any company is doing that amongst their IPO.
No, compliance department is immediately, if they're even catching wind of that, it's called shutting the place down.
Absolutely. They're like, we're not even having the conversation.
I mean, the SEC barely even approved the Bitcoin ETF. If I saw it was a 3-2 vote as is. So imagine something like that. Yeah, right.
And they woke up to everyone down 20%, and those 2 people that said no are emboldened.
Oh yeah, their Friday is gonna be lit right now.
Yeah, they're just throwing fists at their teammates. The Coinbase IPO did airdrop all of their employees $10,000 though.
Really? Like a cash bonus?
Yeah. I don't know if it was only engineering or if it was all employees, but the engineers I know over there each got a $10,000 bonus on IPO day.
Insider information. See ya.
Yeah, see ya.
So explain to me this.
Probably not. Okay.
Why does it feel so different winning cash while gambling, say in Vegas, versus like, I don't know, aping crazy amounts on chain and, you know, going up big, but doesn't even feel like anything. I'll win like $500 off roulette and think that I am king of the world.
Right. But then you'll open a D-Gen long for $500, get liquidated and be like, whatever.
Yeah, don't even think twice about it. I mean, the YOLO pod long. The YOLO pod long, right? Every day.
Right. It's that physical nature of it, being able to hold something tangible.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me. It'd be like, okay, cool. While I was at that table, my portfolio is up $150K, but I just made $500. You don't understand.
Yeah, and that $500 feels way better.
We're hitting numbies. We're on a heater here. We're tipping the fucking what do they even call him? The dealer, I guess. What do they call the guy who does the spinner?
The roller?
The roller.
The ball boy.
I mean, when you're hitting numbies, there's really nothing better.
No, they're just the homie at that point.
Exactly. So okay, yeah, that feeling is probably never going away. It's like the same thing as, you know, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go buy this shirt, and you're like, ooh, that seems a little expensive. Meanwhile, you're paying more in, you know, ETH gas fees. We've talked about it.
Yeah, like people are there. Everyone's buying ordinals lately, and they're spending $5 to $10K on an ordinal. But you're looking at lunch like, ooh, $40 for lunch today. I'll get a sandwich instead for 15.
Extended fast, maybe.
Yeah, coffee and call it good.
These ordinals thing though, the unit bias, like you're saying, is crazy because you'd be like,
nuts.
All right, it's 0.02 Bitcoin, but that's like what, $3,000 or something, and it's like so easy to just be shelling it out. Nuts. I mean, you could see those go insane solely based on that. I have no exposure. Don't plan on getting any, by the way. Well, maybe. You never say never. But
right.
For the time being, have no exposure. So they're probably going to moon.
I think some of them will, but I don't know. I don't follow it. I think the whole process of it is a little bit clunky and kludgy. Kludgy. It's like a technical term in the sense of it's just held together very like shittily.
You could basically have made that up, and I would just have to believe you because I've never heard of that.
And that's what we're doing.
I worship.
Yeah, we don't know if it's real or not. There is a term called black magic, which is an actual term for like you just don't know what happens. Like it goes into this box and it comes out working. It's just a black magic.
These are like, this is all dev speak.
That's a real dev word, yeah. Real dev term.
Black magic.
Kind of fun. I mean, when you have a bunch of nerds create this like ecosystem in the late
There's
90s.
Gonna be, yeah.
Oh, dude, there's so much stuff like that is just like embedded in nerddom.
I mean, you can't fade the nerds. Clearly.
You really can't. Dude, speaking of nerds, I watched Lord of the Rings recently, like for the first time. Good movie.
Is this a real take right now?
Oh, this is real. It's a good movie.
Oh my God, dude. Of course. It's an all-time classic. But which one are we talking?
I watched all 6 of them. It was a lot. It was fun.
Are there actually 6? Are you including like
the Hobbit ones and then the Lord of the Ring ones?
Because there's there's 4 Lord of the Rings, right? Because the last one's split into 2.
Oh yeah. So 4 and 3.
Okay, so 7.
They're good though.
Yeah, I mean, duh. I felt like I'm not even gonna actually toss out takes like that. So yeah, no, great take, man. That's fucking hot. Like I'm sure that's unpopular.
I know what you're about to say.
What, that one was really fucking slow and boring for parts?
Nope.
Or was it 1 or 2? I don't even know, man. It's been a minute.
The Hobbit is just them walking for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's also that.
There's that one, but entertaining.
I mean, speaking of walking, I actually got a standing. I have a standing desk, right? Or like it can go both ways, which Got to get someone that goes both ways. And I have a treadmill now for under it. So maybe on some of these podcasts, I'll be like huffing and puffing. If you're wondering why, it's because I'm walking it out, baby.
How fast does a treadmill go?
Good question. It's still in the box, so
Nice.
it's undetermined. But I think the top speed is either 4 or 5, and 5 is cooking.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're not going to be sprinting.
So you can't go up to like 10 and like get a
it's not even
in.
like an actual treadmill with like the guardrails and everything. It's literally just like a walking mat.
That's kind of what I thought it would be.
So, you raise the desk up, get the thing going, and you're getting them steps. And it's all about getting those steps. You got to get those steps in 2024.
How often do you use your sit-stand desk in stand mode?
Loaded question.
I know. Sorry. You can say not often. You can lie.
Basically never.
Yeah.
That's why I got this thing.
Yep.
But it is nice when I remember to do it. I have this like little balance board too that you can maybe stand on and do that whole thing. I couldn't imagine playing zombies standing.
No, me either.
Too much is going on.
Too much is going on. I'm going to stop walking. I'm going to fall.
I think I could do the pod standing though.
Oh, I think so too. I think you just need something to do with your feet. Otherwise, you're like, well, it's time to sit down. It's only been 6 minutes.
Yeah, and that's why I think this little walking pad's going to be a game changer.
We used to have a punishment with sit-stand desks where if you like pushed bad code or like you had a bug go into a pull review or a pull request, you had to stand for 30 minutes because no one would stand on their desk. We would just use our sit-stand desks as sitting desks.
Have we talked about the anytime shot thing on this podcast?
No, but we should because we used to do those.
No, yeah, that's why I brought it up.
Did you guys do those too?
No, dude, this is your story. How we wanted to work it into the pod though. Or the potty rather.
I don't remember how to work it into the potty, but I can talk about the anytime shot.
That rolled off your tongue way too quick. You've been saying it too much.
It's a thing. So we used to have this thing at this company I worked for that was the anytime shot. And based on a handful of factors, you could get an anytime shot on another person. And it was essentially you just had their business card or even like a napkin with their name on it that they had signed. And it was good for one anytime shot. And you could get this by playing rock, paper, scissors. You could get this because they pushed a bug to production. Any reason that you guys deemed worthy to trade anytime shots. And you could use them anytime. Didn't matter when. It didn't matter how. The only rule was you had to take the shot.
So you hand it out. So say like, I get one of you and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to use this. And it's like 7:30 a.m. and I hand you it. You can't say no.
Nope. You just.
And what is the alcohol of choice?
Whatever you want.
Oh, you get to pick.
Yeah. So you can pick the shot. I can pick the shot. The alcohol portion is like decided upon. It's not a true punishment of like, here's an anytime shot of this, Mad Dog. It's just kind of whatever you want it to be.
Or like the bar rack shot.
Yeah. No, Jesus Christ, no.
So, okay, I would literally collude with the homies, rack up like 5 to 10 on one person and hit them hard on like a Tuesday morning.
That's what would happen. You would get 3 or 4 on somebody and they show up before a meeting and you're like, hey, we're doing tequila shots. We have all these anytime shots. You start laying them out and you start pouring up these shots. And
you don't have to take them with them.
No. It's an anytime shot for the person that you have the card of.
Right. Okay. Because you said we pour them up and we started doing them. But maybe it's semantics.
It was a really funny environment because people would just be doing shots random times. They weren't happening often, but it was often enough where you saw it and it was like a big deal of like, oh, you got an anytime shot. You're doing tequila at 9 a.m.
Yeah, we need to work that into the pod somehow.
We could do that. I mean, if we did it with zombies,
and then it would have to be on like a Friday. Like, okay, hey, you just did this in the middle. Like, and here you go. Maybe anytime you have to get revived in zombies, I'm gonna have like freaking so many. I'm gonna be literally an anytime shot bender whale.
Yeah, dude, that would be bad for me.
Maybe it'll get you to like play better or something though.
It probably won't. It's a thing. It's
true. It
it's
probably
armor.
won't.
It's armor. If the armor would just automatically go on.
You suck at the armor.
If you could plate automatically, I'd be in a lot better space.
It's true. I don't think that'll ever happen for you though.
I don't either. But, maybe someday. Maybe I just change the armor button to be in a different spot.
Yeah, put it with shoot,
error.
and then like
Put it with shoot.
Then you're just never shooting, and I'm just like taking on everyone. But you're fully armored.
Full armor, man. I'm always safe.
So, in other news, price of McDonald's Big Macs could cost $15 soon, thanks to minimum wage hikes. Is what I'm reading.
What?
So, okay. One, that's crazy. Two, what's stayed really consistent? In-N-Out prices.
Really?
Yeah, you can go get a huge meal for $10.
I wonder how they do that. I know they have localized warehouses, and they only ship between those warehouses with a certain mileage.
It's crazy that they're just private and they just make buku money.
Are they vertically integrated? Like they have their own farms and stuff? Like how do they do it?
Oh yeah, all the cows on the I-5.
No way. Are you serious?
Oh yeah, that's all theirs. I mean, not all of them, right? But a huge majority. Maybe not even majority, to be honest, because we have fact checkers out there. So a good amount of them, and maybe not even a good amount of them. Could just be a couple or something. But they are there, and they are theirs.
There are In-N-Out cows out there, and they're theirs.
It could be one, it could be a couple thousand, and it could be much more. But
we went from 100% to maybe a few.
I don't know if I ever agreed to 100%. It may have came off that way, but it's not 100%.
I'm hearing we're gonna long cows here.
We should have been longing orange juice this whole time.
Is orange juice?
I won't even get it.
No, talk to me about orange juice. I don't buy orange juice. Why?
Orange juice.
But you can still buy a bag of like a 3-pound bag of oranges, like little mandarin oranges for like $4.
Yeah, I don't track the prices on that. But good for you.
I bought one yesterday. That's the only reason I know that.
Do you have price trackers on your watch? Oh no, you rock old school shit, so never mind.
No, God no. Why would I track prices? My thing with tracking prices of food is I have to buy it. So why do I even care?
True.
That's kind of my thought.
That's a good thought.
It's a fun little game you get to play too when you check out and you're like, all right, is this going to be $200? Is it going to be 110?
Yeah.
And you don't really know.
It's basically like roulette.
In a fun way.
Hopefully you hit a numbie.
We used to do this thing in college. Slowly, Friday podcast is going to become just me telling college stories, which I hate. God. We did this thing
until
in
your
college.
friends start listening and they're like, bro, you literally didn't do that. That whole story was not you.
Well, the guy that all these college stories are about and are with is the guy that I sat there and looked at CryptoPunks with when they were free, and we were like, no, stupid, dumb idea.
Wow.
So he's out there, he listens, and he knows.
We used
to go to the grocery store, me, him, and our other roommate, and the rule was whatever you wanted, you just put it in the cart. Didn't matter what it was, what it cost.
Are you guys like splitting it?
Kind of.
Okay.
We would go to Walmart at like midnight when no one's there, and we're having a blast. It was just one guy pushes a cart. You're like shooting baskets into the cart with things that aren't breakable, like cereal and stuff. Ton of fun. And then when it's checkout time, everyone guesses, and whoever is closest without going over doesn't pay. Other two split it.
Wow.
Awesome game. Super fun.
But does it have to be on point, or is it like Price is Right rules?
Price is Right rules. Closest without going over.
Wow. Closest one. Okay. See, now I've been to establishments, so that's cool. But I've been to establishments where you'll like weigh the food. There's this lunch spot I always used to go to. You'll weigh the food, and if you guess it right, it's free.
Oh, how close do you have to be?
Oh, so like say it's 1 point to 2 decimal places.
Okay, so decently close.
So decently close, but I had homies that would basically go in, get the same thing, right? The same amount of food, and like dial it in.
Oh,
basically,
awesome.
at some point it was like, okay, you're not welcome here anymore. But
Yeah, you are cheating at this
Yeah,
point.
exactly. I mean, there's always going to be that person, right? That's just going way too hard on these type of things.
Oh, yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, not a bad way to do it.
That I love those kind of people, but at the same time, I'm always wondering.
Just
like,
min-maxing everything.
yes, I used to work with a guy that did that, and he's min-maxed his life to the degree where he believes that you can retire in one of two ways. You either make enough money to survive forever or until you die, or you decrease your run rate to the point where you can retire immediately. And he did that one. So he's like 40 years old and virtually retired because he has almost no expenses.
So, okay.
Complete opposite direction most people go. So he bought a house that was well within his budget. It was much smaller and cheaper than he could have afforded, and he paid it off early.
Cool with it, and he's like, all right, I'm just gonna, like, I'm cool with what I have. I don't ever need more.
Yeah. So he's got no house payment, no car payment. He just pays for his monthly things like, utilities, phone bill, food, and then has his like retirement account, investment account that pay for all those things based on their returns. And he just lives life.
That's a chill way to do it. Most people, when they make more, their expenses go up lockstep. So it's like you're really not even making more.
Right. He went the other direction and said, well, I'll just save all this.
I think there could be a good mix of both. But, I mean, we've talked about it numerous times. Like, retiring is obviously one day, yeah, obviously. But, I mean, I would get so bored.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
I got to be checking what's going on. I go, hustling, trying to make some money.
I think no one really retires. Like, you either retire and pick up a new hobby that could be a job, but you just enjoy it too much to make it a job.
Right.
Or you somehow keep your hand in a pot somewhere. Nick Saban, though, man.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, let's talk about Nick Saban.
He's out. Bitcoin's in.
I was shocked he retired. He had that huge contract for like $100 and something million for 10 years.
I mean, him and Belichick, man. End of an era.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Something's in the water.
Something, I don't know, man. 72, made up millions of dollars, right? It's time to chill.
Probably. I mean, time to get a boat, cruise off the shore, and just like kick it, really, right? I mean, I feel like those jobs are extremely high stress.
Oh, yeah.
But those type of guys can't just give it up either because, they're too good. So they probably aren't done.
Kind of like the whole Michael Jordan thing. Retire, come back, retire, come back.
Yeah.
You think Saban's going to be back?
Honestly, I don't know. If I had to bet, I would absolutely hammer yes.
I want to see this guy go coach a high school team just for like the enjoyment of it.
What about an NFL team?
No, not really. I want to see him like absolutely run like people through the coals in high school. I want to see an undefeated 10-year season.
No, and you wouldn't even see it. You wouldn't even see it.
I'd read about it on like year 6.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, it's already been 30 minutes. So.
It has.
Again, like, I'll say, these are trial podcasts. We're tossing them out there. The last one did well, so we'll see if it keeps trending that way. Maybe toss in some subjects you guys want us to hit on these. But if you're looking for alpha, the last episode is just riddled with it, and I'm sure next week's beginning of the week episode will follow suit. So, I mean, shit, if you made it this far, appreciate you. We got zombies to get to. I mean, pretty sure our appointment for zombies was 5 minutes ago. So
yeah, we're running over now.
Again, to all the listeners, all the faithful, all the people who comment, subscribe, like. I'm one of those guys on a YouTube video. We appreciate you. The pod's a ton of fun. We're never calling it the Poddy. And shout out to those who are in the same camp.
Yeah,
never.
Thank God.
Pod, never potty. That should be trending one day.
Pod, never potty.
Yep.
Well, zombies time. Thanks, guys.
Zombies time. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.